There we go. Go live. Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. And my name's Angela. I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady. And I'd like to welcome you all back to another live. And fingers crossed that the notifications will go out. And fingers crossed that we get some crazies coming in soon. Right, but if not, don't worry, you've got the chance to watch this in replay. Right, so first up is the New Year blowout. As you can see in the comment section to the side, down below or wherever they want to put the chat, I got that labelled at the top and it's New Year blowout. There is 10% off any pattern in the Ravelry store. It's valid from the 31st. It's valid from like earlier on in the work month to the 31st of this month. And to get it, you got to use the capital letters NYBO when you go to check out. Hello, welcome in, Crafty. How are you doing, honey? Right, next one is, do us a favour, gang. Get them thumbs and hit the thumbs up if you can. Give us a chance to pump out that we're actually here. And of course, most of you know that this month's winner only pattern, and it is also the last chance to get your hands on it unless you've entered competitions over on Instagram or on Whips Bits in Chat, or of course put your comments in to other lives once they've gone into replay. But it's your last chance to get your hands on what was it? Oh, I've forgotten already. No Strings, which is 122 rows of corner to corner, but then of course you can use the corner to corner mini or just use a different stitch. It doesn't have to be corner to corner if you know what you're doing with graph guns. Okay, so let's have a nose. We've got hello from Crafty, hello from Dodo. Crafty saying, if Kath isn't here, can I mod for a little while? You can mod for a little while if I like. I'm not being horrible, darling. I need to get to know people a lot more before I've got mega trust issues. Okay, so we'll just leave it like that. It takes me a while. I like to get to know my mods a lot better, and ideally offline, off of YouTube, before I hit that button. It's not against anything against you. It is solely my brain is that way inclined, so safer I do it that way. Alright, so Crafty is saying hey Dodo, and Sarah is in the house. Welcome in, darling. She's saying just been eating, we'll be there soon. That's why I was a minute late. I wanted to shovel a bit more of me pasty in my mouth. And Crafty, oh thank you, darling. She's hitting the thumbs up and everybody is saying hello to everybody. Haha, Kath is in the house. You must have had your ears burning then, babe. I didn't even give you a warning. Right, so Kath is here. And Crafty is saying totally fair. Thank you for understanding, darling, and thank you very much for the offer. Kaz, hi Angela and fellow crazies. Welcome in, Kaz, and Kathy's saying hello to everybody, and Dodo's saying hi to Kath, Crafty's saying hi to Kath, and everybody's saying hi to everybody else. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I did a little bit of a change to today's live, the name of it. Oh, this croaky throat just won't go away. And I can't do my normal growling because that annoys me. Right, yes, I changed it slightly because I came across a news report today about different sayings and phrases that have been used over time that are now getting lost. So it's like traditional old sayings and phrases are falling out of use as Britons confess they no longer use or even understand them. What are we doing? I must admit, I use a lot of and different dodgy phrases sometimes when I'm chatting during my videos, and then I have to come back and explain to some of you what the meanings are, or of course actually go and have a look and make sure I've not sworn in some weird foreign language. So yeah, so that's that was it. And I was wondering if any of you might find this as interesting as I did. I've got the report in front of me so I can read some of them out to you. And I've also done a little bit of research to find out what some of them mean as well. Because of course I've got stuff like, come on chick, grab a wing, which means hold my arm, because it's a chicken wing. And that one my grandmother used. And my grandmother used it with my grandfather in his later years, and so of course I used it as well with him when he got Alzheimer's, because it was something that was normal for him, and it was a phrase that he knew that made him smile. So of course I used it. And then of course I ended up using it with a couple of other people that I looked after as well, until I got told I wasn't allowed to use it anymore by the big wigs, because they didn't understand it. So I had to give them a lesson on what it actually meant. Then I got away with it for a few more months until a new boss came in and told me I wasn't allowed to use it again. Let's have a nose of what's in your chat, what you're saying in chat. So everybody is saying hello. Kath was hanging around in my channel. Phew, thanks babe. And Kath is saying hi too. Kaz, Dodo, Alice and Ange. Me, I think, unless the other Ange is in. Okay, so Crafted said she met someone recently who hadn't heard the expression "the more the merrier." Okay, that's quite a common one still. Thankfully, it's not one that's on the at risk list. So Kath is saying that they've had lots of those. They have lots of those too. She's always surprised when her stepson doesn't know them. What do they teach the kids these days? Yeah, exactly. I feel like I've got to put my teeth back in. Alright, that's another one. Kath also says, "Oh my gosh, Alice, that is a very common one though." I think it is around our age group. It's not one that we are bothered by or that upsets. So if it doesn't bother, upset or really confuse, then it's one that we'll end up using, and then it gets passed on, doesn't it? And Kaz is saying hi to Dodo and Kath. And Kath is saying, "I know, right? I was amazed." Right, so are you ready for some of these? Some of them, I will admit, I haven't heard of a couple of them. And then others, I'm like, how can that be lost? I know this one. Right, so number one on their list, this is done on their list, not on mine or how I find them funny or anything else. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to you, do you know what it is? And have a guess and see if you can work it out. There's no prize involved in this for the second. We'll wait and see if we get some more people in, and then maybe we can run this as the competition. Right, okay, hold on. Where are we? Recently had a partner. Right, so Kaz has popped in with, "I haven't seen your brain in here for a while, Ange. How are you operating?" Your brain is a little bit busy at the moment. She's got of course, she's got a new puppy up for adoption, or with the adoption group that she's fostering. So she's settling that one in. That's why my brain hasn't been around for a while. She's a sneaky bug for calling herself that. But otherwise, Emmy's good, and I will give her a nudge later and tell her to get her tush over here, because you guys are missing her picking on me. But how am I operating without her? I'm coping. I am coping. Yeah, so Kathy's saying, laugh out loud, Kaz. True, Emma's been MIA. Right, okay, so let's go back to the first one. Now, this one is really strange. It's one I hadn't heard of, or at least I don't remember hearing. Okay, now there's a couple of different takes on this one, but I'm quite interested in the background to this one. The phrase is "a pearls before swine." Okay, I did read up somewhere else some extra information about it. So it's not always pearls before swine. It's something, they will use a different word and say that word before swine, but before swine is the last little section. And me, like 78% of other people in the UK, have not heard this phrase before either. But the meaning of this one is that you are wasting your time by offering something that is helpful or valuable to someone who doesn't appreciate it. kids, teenagers. That was my first thought, was like, information that something we'd learnt that we want to pass on, that we want to tell our teenagers. So I tell you what, if my kid, my youngest or my eldest starts coming out with anything, I'm going to start using this one now. But yeah, according to them, 78% of people have never heard that phrase, the pearls before swine. And the term comes from the New Testament, Matthew 7.6. Sorry, I don't know how the Bible's written out. I've not read it. And it was translated by some bloke in 1526. The phrase went on to be repeated by some of the most renowned British writers, including Shakespeare and Dickens. But as I said, I'd never heard it. But then I haven't exactly read Shakespeare or Dickens for quite a long time. I was forced to read Shakespeare at school, but I'll tell you what, reading Shakespeare and being dyslexic, that was fun, because his words aren't written around the right way anyway. So when it came to me reading it, it was even more gobbledygook than it was before I picked the book up. Oh, so let's have a nose at what you guys thought of A Pearls Before Swine. And are you really that interested? Yeah, picking up. Oh, right. So Kathy's saying that she's missing her M, but it's okay because she's got another picking on me partner in Dodo, because they team up and pick on me all the time. Where are we? Sarah is back. And a crafty is saying, how's it on the way out? Well, according to the newspaper report, there is a percentage of people that don't use it or haven't heard of it. And of course, if you haven't heard of it and you don't use it, it's going to disappear, isn't it? And as I said, I'd never heard that phrase before, and I thought I'd heard most of them, because my family like to talk in riddles. It's that southeast thing, isn't it? And a crafty, was it? Kath says she hadn't heard that one, but they say swine not before same meaning. Oh, sweet. And then Crafty said, I can see why, but still, it's just not in use. Right, so then we got Kath saying hi to Sarah. And Kath is saying, oh, I've read the comment, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it, but she's saying I'm in good company then. She is a non-believing feminist. There we go. Sorry, I cannot read that A word. I know it and I can read it into my head, but I can't get it out my gob. Kathy's saying that she actually uses that one. It applies to a lot. Doesn't it just? It's definitely one that's going back into my vocabulary. But Sarah has also said that she'd never heard that one. Oh, was it Kaz? According to Kaz, Pearls Before Swine was used in Hannibal the movie. But she'd heard it before, but didn't know what it meant. Well, now you do. So that's not a bad one. Okay then, gang. Here's the next one. Now, this one, I'm going to give you a bit of a guess on this one. Now, I have actually got my list now. I've written down my list of crazies that have the winners only pattern for this month, but have a guess and write down your ideas as to what the meaning of nail your colours to the mast means. Okay, so it's nail your colours to the mast. I'm not going to say anything for a little bit, but see if you can guess what that is. I'm just trying to think of a cheating way of doing it. No, you're just gonna have to Google it, because I know you girls will. Ninja, welcome in, darling. She's saying hello. And Sarah's saying no. I'd said I'd heard that one before. Oh, sorry babes, I was reading it backwards, upside down and around the wrong way, as per normal. Then we got hey Ninja, and we got a hi Kath. Kathy's saying that she recalls them giving something very different to the swine in Hannibal. Okay, so Crafty is saying it's to show your support for a team. Right, not quite. And Kathy's saying she guesses it means to show your true colours, your affiliation. Hold on, I've got to read this back. Which bit am I going to do? Oh, that bit. So I know. Sorry, I'm just highlighting the bit I need. Show your true colours or affiliation. Right, not that one. Dodo was saying, woohoo, Ange has a list. So now she knows who's going for the pudding at Menka. Dodo. If you're not careful, you'll get a plunger. And Kathy's saying hello to Ninja. And Kaz said, something to show disease on ships. No, but quite close there, Kaz. Crafty has come out with declare your intentions openly. And then Kathy's laugh out loud, Dodo, but 5 is a tall order. And Dodo's, we can do it. Cheeky bark superior. Right, okay, I think we've got yeah, I think we got a copy and paste here, but it's fine. Congratulations, Sarah, although I believe you've already got the pattern. It's to declare your intentions openly. Right, so nail the colours to the mast. 71% of the UK public didn't have a clue. Or as I like to say, didn't have a Scooby. Meaning to declare your beliefs firmly and openly. The phrase dates back to the 17th century when nautical battle colours or flags were lowered as a mark of submission. It was also the custom in naval warfare to direct one's cannon fire at the opponent's ship mast, thus disabling it. Why do they have to use old colloquial language here? If all the ship's masts were broken, if all of the ship's masts were broken, the captain usually had no alternative but to surrender. If the captain decided to fight on, this was marked by hoisting the colours, meaning the flag, onto the remnants of the ship's rigging. That is, by nailing the colours to the mast. So, congratulations there, Sarah. So what are you guys saying? Hold on a minute. Dodo saying, oh, a plunger with hollies and berries on it. If you're not careful, says Kath, you're going to get a plunger that's a keeper. Don't. I can see this getting so out of hand, I'm just going to have to make it. And then I'll just have to send a picture to Reggie for her next dodgy things that should never have been created video live. Kaz, you got the ship bit right, didn't you? Where's my list? But you've won the pattern anyway, so we're safe. See, I told you I got my list. Omega, I'm sure I wrote your name down earlier. Oh, okay, says Crafty's got a new one. I can only go by what I've found so far. I didn't do a mega deep dive on it, gang. I really didn't. Right, so Sarah said to roll it on. Crafty said it could also go back to the first Protestants and nailing their changes to the religious place somewhere. Could be. Sorry, still can't pronounce that word. Could be, but as I said, I'm just going by what they've got here. And no real deep diving. I was a bit slack. I wanted to crochet. Yep, so Sarah's also saying all crafty, possibly. And a crafty is saying she's thinking of, I read that Lutheranism, that's not right. Now I'm clueless. I've always been clueless, girl. Welcome to the team. So well done, Sarah. Tar muchly peeps, says Sarah. Okay, and Kath is the same as a couple of us, non-believers. And Ninja is saying her phone is a ghost touching. I wonder what he's done. No. Like, get that out of my brain. Oh dear. Okay, Ninja is saying that her phone is wrecked. Right. Okay, now this next one is a bit tongue-in-cheek cheeky. Right, so what does this phrase mean? Colder than a witch's tit. 71% of us don't know. So we'll just give it a crazy guess and we'll see how we go on that one. So that is a colder than a witch's tit. I'm trying to behave myself, but it is just what is written in front of me, gang. Oh, pants. So, let's have a nose. And Crafty is asking, is writing on the wall on the list? I did read through, but I cannot remember, so I will tell you later. But I can't see how that would have dropped, because quite a lot of people say, oh, leave me a mess, like right on my wall, meaning their Facebook wall, or leave them a Facebook message and stuff. Thank you for that, Kath. Double thank you for hitting the drill. Right, let's have a look. Oh. God, you're really clicking them buttons today, Sarah. Okay, alright. So we've had a couple of good answers on this one as well. As you can tell by me giggling. Alright, okay. So the clue on this, well, not clue, that's the wrong thing to say, was a colder than a witch's tit. And so of course I had to put it in the comment section, and Ninja says means doing what it wants. That's in regards to her mobile phone. Hopefully you can get it fixed shortly. Maybe just a refresh or a reset. Might help you out, but don't do it yet. Try it later. Where have we gone? So Sarah's come in with bloody cold and your nipples tell everyone. Ninja says freezing cold. Kaz is saying probably means really cold. Isn't it just very cold, says Dodo. I was at Reggie's the other night, you donut. Crafty is saying, and you're in good company. You should have seen me and Kath the other night at Reggie's. I was there, you was picking on me there as well. Dodo pops in with Baltic freezing. And Kathy's saying very cold, I guess. Right, okay, so the meaning is cold weather. So I'm going to scoot down and find the first one that hasn't already won this. So Sarah, you've already got it. Ninja, you're up with freezing cold, honey. Congratulations. See, I'm being extra nice. Forget this whole rolling unless the person, unless you don't want it, Ninja. Right, okay, so the meaning behind this one is a colder than a witch's tit. Is meaning a cold weather, thought to originate from the street slang. The suggestion is that witches are evil and cold-blooded, and therefore would not retain a body heat. Hubby says it's cold, honey. They can hang my coat on them. My husband says if it's any colder, he'll tune in Radio 4. Give me a second. That's someone at the door. Right, back. Sorry about that, gang. You'd have thought it was flipping Christmas. He's ordering parts for me car because it failed its MOT. Right. So yeah, my husband comes up to me and threatens to twist and says, no, 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 tune in Radio 1 and all that. And I'm like, bog off. Right, so let's see. And Crafty is saying she has a goldfish memory. So do I, which is why this is called, my thingy is called Dora. Just keep swimming. And we got a yay Ninja. Ninja is taking it. Sweet. Okay. And Kathy's saying, laugh out loud, those naughty hubbies. And Sarah's saying, happy mail. I'm lost. Oh, no, I'm not. I've already nabbed your picture. Thanks for that, darling. And that's not... Oh, the mail. That's not happy mail. That's just get the car fixed so Angie can go and do the food shop again. So we've got laugh out loud to Mr. Crazy. Then we got a wicked ninja. Ooh. Kathy's saying it doesn't need to be cow. Gravity is enough. And it was also saying that Sunday was also a hoot. Was it? Yeah, I thought Wednesday was brilliant. I actually had you up on my telly and I told my youngest, she's 16, so we're safe. And she's more warped than me. So I said to her, I said, we're watching it. I don't care what you think. I said, I'm watching it. And at that, the hat came up with the thing and she's gone, someone crocheted that. I said, yeah. She got, that's freaking wicked. I said, do you want one? She went, bog off. She was like, no, bog off. But yeah, she sat there cracking up at what you girls were saying. But she was like, is this live always this funny? Are the girls always laughing for hours on end? I said, normally Reggie's are quite factual. I said, unless Kath's with her, and then we've got no chance. So you got all the blame in my house, Kath. But yeah, I thoroughly loved it. And she actually stayed downstairs and watched it till the end. Right, so Dodo is saying that she usually says it's so cold you could hang a wet duffel coat on her nips. And Kathy's saying, laugh out loud, trouble with the lemon. Yes, the car failed its MOT. What was there wrong? There was a couple of bits wrong. Nothing major, nothing really costly, thankfully. But one of them was the sensors. One of the sensors has gone for the exhaust fumes. So it meant that it gave false readings and stuff like that. So we've got to change those so then it will pass its fume tests. Once that's done, she'll be clear and back on the road again. So I don't get rid of lemon this year unless I crash it. Shouldn't say that. Sarah, she's saying, blimey Dodo, they're humongous. Yes, the girl's face was really, really funny. She made that picture even more special with that face. Everyone's having a giggle, and Kathy's saying, yep, I truly am a troublemaker. And then I'm a good old giggle at Dodo. Oh, pants, Crafty, have a nice afternoon. Hopefully we might still be here when you can get them off the phone. She's saying, thanks for the chat, folks. Sadly, work's calling and I have to start behaving for the day. No, just sneak in. Go to the toilet and sneak back. See you later, babes. All right, okay. Actually, next one is Pip Pip. 70% of people don't know what a Pip Pip is. Have you got any ideas, gang? Now, when I first read that one, I had thoughts of, oh, cracky, I've got to think of it. What's she called? What's the film? Mary Poppins. I'm sure she says Pip Pip a couple of times to the kids. So, have you got any ideas of what Pip Pip means? Kathy's saying, oh, good luck with that behaving plan, Alice. Behaving plan, Alice. Have a good day. And Sarah's saying, jolly good. Kathy's saying, hurry up. And Ninja is saying, honk on. And Cass is saying, hooray. And no, not quite, gang. Did you want another go? When I first heard it, I thought hurry up as well, Kath. I thought that was where I'd got it from. But our Dodo has gone and got it with cheerio or goodbye. It's Pip Pip's meaning is used to say goodbye in a cheery fashion. It was first known use was in 1907 and is thought to have originated by emulating the sound of a horn. The line pip pip cheerio Also appears in the lyrics of Be Back Soon, a song written and composed by Lionel Bart for the musical Oliver. So, congratulations there, darling. Where are we? Hurry up, honk horn, hooray, cheerio, goodbye. So that was our Dodo that got that one. Ninja's already won it. So it looks like I'm rolling it on, but congratulations. I'll still stick your name down, darling, so you've got bragging rights. So that is our Dodo that got that one. Oh no, Kaz, because you like your old musicals, don't you? I can't believe you missed it either. I'm trying to think, who would have said it? Pip Pip. It would have been one of the characters. Could it have been oh, what's her name? The one that sings the song in the pub. That's not in the tavern, isn't it? Where she's dancing around. I can't think of any of the characters' names for that one. Oh, Spit Spot as well. Yes, Hurry Up is also Hurry Up. Yeah, I think she uses that one as well, which is why I thought of Pip as well as Spit Spot, because she used a couple of really strange, well, what we would call strange sayings, but you probably find back then they were in common terminology, in common use. Oh, you're thinking it was Fagin, Sarah? It could have been. I was not thinking Fagin. I was thinking of the lass that hangs around with Fagin and works in the pub. Okay, so let's catch back. Yes, not Nancy. No, Nancy was the one I was thinking of. Okay, I'm going to come back to that in a second, so give me a sec. Where are we gone? Kathy said that she's only ever heard Pip Pip in the Fresh Prince. Carlton was trying to sound British. Kaz comes in with in the song when they were being sent off to pick pockets. Oh, so they've got to pick a pocket or two. And Kaz is saying not Nancy. No, okay, so that, yeah, Nancy was who I was thinking of. But if Kaz says no, then Kaz will be right, because Kaz loves that film and I haven't seen it in donkey's years, so I won't remember. Okay, here is a really strange one for you. Oh, and by the way, 70% of people didn't know Pip Pip. I must admit, I didn't remember it. I might have heard it. I've definitely not used it. But yeah, Pip Pip was that one. So you ready for the next? It is a Know Your Onions. I'll tell you what, if I came out with that and it wasn't in the context of today's live, you lot would be looking at me like I'm completely bat crazy. And yet put the missing word in, because I'm not. I always skip that middle word. And I think this phrase, once I explain it to you, I think this phrase we should use over on Reggie's on Sunday. So there's a big fat clue. Because Reggie definitely knows her onions. And I think I've just given it away in 3 seconds flat. So, Kath has finally won herself a copy of the pattern. Way to go, honey. You've gone and done it. Straight in there. Was it the fact that I'd said Reggie definitely knows her onions? Was it me that did that? Sorry, everyone else. Oh. Right, so yes, in fact it was, meaning, what is it, the phrase, I know your onions, means to be experienced or knowledgeable about a subject. Some suggest its origins are from a British chap, C.T. Onions, who worked on the Oxford English Dictionary in the 1960s. But it is also claimed that its birth came 4 decades earlier, being published for the first time in the Harper's Bazaar magazine in the United States in 1922. It was one of a set of phrases, all with the sense of knowledge of one's self or being highly knowledgeable in a particular field. And these were circulated around 1920s. Yep, so our Reggie definitely knows her onions. Alright, so let's have a nose. What did you say? Alright, so Sarah had come back in with boys singing on their way out as they... Yeah, I remember it now. Got it. Okay, in regards to Pip Pip, she's reminded me of the exact bit in the film. Proves I haven't watched it for a few years. I actually remember it. Right, so Kath came straight in with know the facts, and then Sarah came in underneath with knowing what you're talking about. Kaz said to know a lot. You know something for fact or know what you're talking about. And everyone started congratulating Kath. Shh, Kath, I'm not reading that comment. Right, so hey all, says our Kay. She's lurking while she's eating breakfast. Sarah says, I know my onions give me the trumps. Oh, sorry. Gas from the bottom end. And Kath is saying, oh boy, that one needs to come back on social media. What, knowing your onions? Oh, possibly. So everyone's saying hello to Kay, and Kath is saying, hey Kay, and bon appetit. Oh, she got me to do French. Oh, right, so our next one up. Okay, let's see if you can grab the meaning, if you've got the meaning to this one. And the phrase is, a nod is as good as a wink. Okay, so a nod is as good as a wink. Only 66% of people didn't know this one. Now, sorry, I should explain the age group for these. The people that were asked was it? There was 2,000 adults asked, and they were aged between 18 and 50. Okay, I think they're expecting people that were over 50 to definitely know it, and the younger years haven't learnt half the dictionary yet, so why would they? Yeah, so, but then only a small field of 2,000 people. I'm sure we could do better than that. We're doing pretty well already. Okay, so Kath is saying, in French there is a saying, it's not onions, meaning it's none of your effing business. Or it's just none of your business, but she put the F in just to make it giggle proof. Right, okay, so we've got hey Kay from our dodo. Right, okay, so let's see what you're saying. Sorry, I was just rereading it, seeing if I could work out what the meaning was. There we go. Right, okay. So there we go. A yes to confirm something, says Sarah. Not quite. Kath is saying it will do. And Dodo is in with, you don't need to explain anything. And then, of course, Kaz is coming in with you. You get it and you don't need to explained. You let someone know you understand. And Ninja is in with good keeping secrets. And Kath is still going on about her onions. So she's saying, sorry, not your onions and none of your business. Laugh out loud. Right. So let's have a look. Which one of you has got the closest? This is a strange one. Right, you don't need to explain anything. I think that's the closest, I'm sorry to say. It's going to have to be Dodo. And of course, Dodo's already got it. Second option was Kaz. She's already got it. Right, so the a nod is as good as a wink, right? The meaning is you don't need to be blunt with a signal if someone is willing to carry out a task. This phrase dates back to the 16th century. The longer version of the phrase is, a nod is as good as a wink to a blind horse. Those last two words, brilliant. Yeah, so a nod is as good as a wink to a blind horse. Right, so congratulations there, Dodo, you done it. Oh, let's stick you in the chat and we'll just roll it on again. Right, so this one you girls should get so quickly, and if you haven't heard of it, I am going to be in such shock. The next one up is a stitch in time saves 9. That is a stitch in time saves 9. Yep, there we go. Oh, let's. Oh, I'm having issues with me copy and pasting, gang. I really am. I'll be back up to the chat in a few seconds. Right, there we go. So stitching time saves 9. Hi, Sandru. Welcome in, darling. Right, today I'm talking about different UK terms that we used to use over and over again, sort of slowly going out of fashion and disappearing forever. So what I'm doing is I've got a list of them here, and it's just a bit of a giggle. See if you can work out, even if you're cheap by using Google, if you can work out the meaning of these phrases that I give you. Okay, and as I said, it's for a bit of fun, but well, you've got a chance of winning a copy of this month's winner only pattern, which is No Strings. If you need to have a nose, I haven't got my tablet, but pop onto Whipspits and chat. I showed it on there on Sunday. Or if you open another tab and pop onto my Instagram, it's up there as well. Right, so let's have a look. Kaz is saying saves the unravelling. Kathy's saying, everybody is also saying hello to Sundry. Kay, oh. Right, so Kay has gone and done it. Congratulations, darling. She said, sort out a problem immediately to save extra work. So congratulations there, darling. Pop your name in. Right, okay, so if you want the pattern babes, shout collect or shout roll it, and we'll carry on. We're going to carry on going, but we'll carry on going anyway. Just means I don't write your name down and I'm not trying to chase you later to jump through all the hoops. Right, so number 7 was a stitch in time saves 9. 64% of the 2,000 people that were asked didn't know it. It means if you sort out a problem immediately, it will save a lot of extra work later. The stitch in a time notion has been present in English for centuries, and is first recorded in Thomas Fowler's, oh crikey, a collection of proverbs, maxims and aegis that inspired Benjamin Franklin and Poor Richard's Almanac in 1732. And apologies for not getting all the words out. I tried. So, Kate is collecting. Right, Sarah is heading off now. I will see you later, Sarah. Thank you ever so much for coming in today, darling. She said catch us all later. She needs to go and do some work. Beep, beep. Right, so again, congratulations there to Kay. I can't believe I didn't push the button. Right, so let's have a nose what else you were all saying. Kay said, sort out a problem immediately to save the extra work. Fix it when it's a small problem, then leave it until it's a big one, said our Sarah. Better be productive. If you wait too long, fixing it will be more of an effort, said Kath. Oh, no, I didn't, Crafty. Thank you for that. Crafty is back. Sadly, she can't stay long. I think she's popping over to someone else's chat in a little bit. Then we've got Sarah and Kath saying congratulations to Kay. Right, so Sarah has licked it again to do her. Oh, no, I'd already said bye to her for that. And Crafty is saying words are overrated. And everybody is saying goodbye to Sarah. So how long have I been? We'll probably carry on till the hour and then head off, I think. So everybody is saying, oh, welcome back to Alice. Right. Oh, this is so me, this one. And yes, I still do use it for myself and my mum and a couple of my close friends. Yep. We're all ready for the knackers yard, we are. So, do you know what the meaning of that phrase is? Ready for the knackers yard. It's definitely me. Oh dear. Yeah, some of these, as I said, oh no. What is going on? I've just been timed out on the page, I hope. There we go. Oh, Kaz, that's very politely put. Kaz said, worn out and no longer of use. Oh, especially considering I said it was me as well. Oh dear. But yeah, you've pretty much banged that nail on the head there, Kaz. Yep, Kathy's come in with being useless, used up and old. I say, congratulations, Kaz, you got bragging rights on that one, babe. Yep, in fact, ready for the knackers yard. The meaning for that one is in state of ruin or failure due to having become useless or obsolete. A knackers yard refers to a slaughterhouse for old or injured horses. Knackers was also once used to mean castanets, which then saw it become a slang for testicles. It was used by James Joyce in his 1922 classic Ulysses, in which he wrote, Harry, give him a kick in the knackers. That meaning in turn led to the verb to knacker, which originated in the late 19th century as a meaning for to castrate, and not until about 1970s did it take on its current familiar meaning of exhaustion. So I'm knackered. But yeah, knacker meaning them parts and kicking them in them. Oh dear, I love that word. Right, so let me think. So Crafty said, oh Lord, that's a new one. For me, I know the phrase knackered as I'm totally knackered, tired or fatigued. Ninja is saying old, beyond old. Crafty's having a good old giggle. I must admit, when I read that one out, because I read these earlier on as well to myself so that I had more of a chance of getting all the words into my head. They might have been in the wrong order, but I still got them into my head. I was sitting there and I was cracking up, absolutely cracking up. Sarah's back again and listening as she does the banking. Shall I read that last one out for her again? Right, the last clue was ready for the knackers yard. 62% of the people didn't know what it meant. It means in a state of ruin or failure due to having become useless or obsolete. I was actually saying it's me, you see. A knackers yard refers to the slaughterhouse for old and injured horses. Knackers was also once used to mean a castanets, which then saw it become a slang term for testicles. This was used by James Joyce in a 1922 classic Ulysses, in which he wrote, Harry, give him a kick in the knackers. That meaning in turn led to the verb to a knacker, which originated in late 19th century as a word for castrate, and not until about 1970 did it take on its familiar meaning of exhaustion. So he's Kath's taken her favourite section out of that bit I just read out to you. Yeah, oh dear. Alright, so where are we? Like, Crafty says, yes, her dad would always say he was knackered when he was tired. Whole new meaning to the word he used now. And back and listening as I do the banking, said Sarah. Knackered means cut off balls, said Kath. Everybody's having a giggle. Sarah, you came back on time, says Crafty. And Crafty is headed out, so she says, bye, Angela. Bye again, Angela and all. Bye, honey. Right, okay. I think I'm going to do one more and then we'll all head... I'm going to have to head off because my head's actually starting to play up as well, which isn't good for me in attempting to read. Hubby was snoring last night, so I've got a stinking headache. Right, so number 9, sorry. It's also me. I love this phrase. I have used it for years on years. This is one of my favourite phrases. So I know it's not going out of circulation anytime soon. Right, I haven't actually read the meaning to this one, so I might have just really stitched myself up here. Right, so the phrase is, I dropped a clanger. Right. Yes, Kath, you're stuck on that one, aren't you? Being knackered means being frustrated or slaughtered because you're an old horse. That's proper got you, isn't it? I'd love to know some of the phrases that you use where you are, Kath. That would be really cool to find that out. Sarah is saying, make a big boo-boo. I've got to translate that now. Anybody else having a guess on the drop to clanger? Kay's come in with make an embarrassing mistake. Kat's still having a giggle at the last one. Kill. Oh, there's 50 of these that we could get through at some point if you girls find them enjoyable, that is. Right, okay, so a couple of you have popped your comments in on that one now. How many have we got watching? We've only got 6 of us watching, so I think most 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 of you have had a go at that one out of the 6. Alright, okay, so it's I dropped a clanger. Only 60% knew, only 60% knew it or didn't know it. I can't remember which way round the stats were now. Right, but I dropped a clanger, meaning to make a very bad or embarrassing mistake. The images of someone dropping with a clang, i.e. It's a loud ringing, a musical instrument that does a loud ringing sound, which underlines the conspicuous nature of the mistake. So yeah, dropped a clanger. And so to make a bad, or it means to make a bad or embarrassing mistake. So let's have a look. So Sarah, you've already got one, got the pattern, but she said a big boo boo. Kay has already got the pattern, and she said to make an embarrassing mistake. Kaz also got the pattern, and so has Kaz. So you've all got the pattern now, so it's just a bragging rights thing, isn't it? And Kath also, hold on, let me say, laughing at that one. And Kaz said, not heard that one before, made a mistake. See, you got there in the end, girl. And then Kath is saying, no idea, but also guessing made a mistake. Followed by, I love language and these are loads of fun. My vote is yes. Okay, so I'm going to have to keep this to one side so that we can use it next week maybe if you fancy it. So I think I'm going to have to leave the live there for today, darlings, because my brain is really playing me up. And we've left on a happy one, actually, dropping a clanger. I think that one makes me giggle, whereas the next one's a bit, so we'll leave that for next week. Okay, so let's have a look. What else have you said? I love these. They're good fun, said Sarah. Oh, brill. And Catherine's come in with, in French, they say, putting your foot in the dish of food, that is. Okay, so whereas I know of one that's, you put your foot in your gob. Or put your foot in your mouth. Or take your foot out of your mouth, depending on which way around the person wants you to either talk or shut up. And Kaz is agreeing with Kath, so it's a yes from her. And Sarah's saying, take care all. Hope you feel better soon, and take care, everybody. Right, okay, so that's it. I think we're all pretty much winding down and saying goodbye to everybody. Now, remember, if you're actually up for one of the patterns that's over on the Ravelry channel that hasn't got a tutorial over here, which is pretty much this one. There might be a couple of others. Yeah, the Biddy Baby blanket and the Pops blanket. If you're interested in those patterns, there is a 10% discount on them over on the Ravelry shop at the moment, and all you need to do is pop in capital letters NYBO into the discount code section before you go to checkout. All the information is in the description box of the video. Yeah, so that's that really. I can't think of anything else. Yep, Kath's you guys are all having fun now. We got to take care, we got to toodle pips, we got to pip everyone. Thank you, Kaz. She says, hope you feel better, Ange. Thanks for the fun, ladies, and cheerio. Oh, so ta-ra for now, everybody. Thank you ever so much for joining us today. If you've sat and watched this all the way through and you haven't got your hands on this month's pattern yet, pop back and in the comments of this video, please pop a saying or a phrase from your country that you enjoy hearing that you think might also be on the disappearing list. It would be really lovely to have a list of these so that we can all have a read and all have a giggle through them. Right, as I said, I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really soon, so if you can, please stay in, definitely stay safe, and toodle pips, cheerio, bye for now.